What's up, everybody? It's Wednesday. I'm back, and I'm doing a few videos today, partly because I have a feeling at least one of them is going to get copyright claimed, so I want to have something to put up today, partly because there's a new video that I'm covering by a band that sucks. So, there's a new song from STAIND with no E, and I'm going to be reviewing it. The song is called Lowest in Me. We'll get into it here in just a minute. But before I do, a couple things. As always, I do have my espresso. I'm not a professional. I'm just a guy who likes music, so please don't expect me to be getting too into the weeds on how the song's put together. And don't be a dick. Now, I will say, I may not be my kindest in this video because I have opinions about STAIND already. So I'm more thinking this is going to be an entertaining video than a good one. But let's get into it. All right, we'll just let's keep the comments. Let's keep them, semi-professional. All right, let's get into it. This is Lowest in Me by STAIND. This is a lyric video, so. Yep, this sounds like STAIND. All right, so I didn't like that song very much. You may have noticed that I was not paying very close attention to it. And there's a couple reasons for that. One is I was doing a little research. Two is, it's like 2005 never ended. All right, so a little bit of backstory. Some of you know this already, I think, depending on how many of my videos you've watched. But my access to non-Christian music when I was growing up was pretty limited. So about the only time I was able to listen to music that was not approved by my parents was when I had access to the radio. And there was a college radio station that was in town and played some really good music. And also they played a lot of this stuff. Just those of you who didn't live through the mid-2000s or who weren't listening to the radio in the mid-2000s, everything sounded like this. Stained, Trapped, Nickelback, Puddle of Mud, Three Doors Down, Seven Dust, A Perfect Circle. The vocalists all sounded virtually identical. It's that real, like, labored... It sounded like this, right? The songs sounded like this. The music sounded like this. You got a lot of those chugging with harmonics. Dun, 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 right? A lot of that. So this is like... It's like they just remade a song that they put out 20 years ago. So I'm not overly interested because I didn't like this music back then. And it hasn't grown on me. Aside from that, the lead singer, Aaron Lewis of STAIND, is a shithead of the highest order. Recently went on a rant about how the government's the real insurrectionists, how trans people should be... What he said was, I'll defend your right to what he considers self-mutilate. Which I guess is better than saying that he will hunt you down with a knife if you are trans. But not much better. Yeah, he's a real fuckhead. And this song is not very interesting. He's also 50 years old. Maybe older than that by now. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't make music when you're in your 50s. Certainly not. But I am saying that, like, as you grow as a person, as you age, you should change, right? The sort of things that you're writing about should change. The way you look at life should change. Not necessarily that you lose your principles, right? If you're a radical when you're 19, you should still be a radical when you're 50. That's great. But the stuff that you're talking about and the way that you're talking about it should reflect your life experience, right? What you've seen, what you've done. And this is lame. This is not interesting. Now, as far as the instrumentation goes, it's fine, right? The musicians in STAIND are certainly talented musicians, and they have sold a ton of records, and they've made a lot of money as a band. So, my opinion on this is not particularly important, because I can say what I want to say. It doesn't matter. They're still making money. I'm sure they're going to be playing stadiums and stuff, and they're probably going to tour with other anti-woke artists catering to the far right, and if that's what they want to do with their career, that's what they're going to do. But I will say I don't love this kind of music. I don't like butt rock, which is what I would consider this. I don't like the vocal style, and I think that it sounds a little bit like he is trying to access 17-year-old him, which, let's see, he's over 50. So that would be him in 1987, 88. Yikes. Yeah, I didn't like this song. I don't think that the STAIND renaissance is going to be all that successful. So that's my stance. As always, when I deal with songs that either are made by trans people or are made by artists who have opinions about trans people, I want to make it clear this is a pro-trans channel. I don't care about your opinions. I don't care about the controversy. I'm not interested. I'm not here to debate you. I'm not here to let you say, well, what about I promise you, I've heard all the arguments, and I do not give a shit. Trans people are people. Trans people deserve human rights. Trans people deserve to be safe, and to be able to be comfortable in their sexuality. And if you don't like that, you are welcome to your opinion, but I don't want to hear it. And the world is leaving you behind. So enjoy sharing your hate with all the other hateful shitheads as you guys slowly go extinct. And as you realize that your kids don't want to talk to you. So that's my little sermon. Yeah, like I said, support trans rights here. That'll do it for this one, though. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. Stay safe out there. Drink lots of water. And don't talk to cops.